Hello, everybody. Welcome to Misty Mountain Streaming and Session 2 of the Wild Beyond. Wondrous wonders await. My name is Ethan, sometimes called the Buff DM, and I am going to be trying to wrangle this crew of bizarre individuals. How's everyone doing tonight?
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Ready to
Ready to get rolling.
We cool.
I'm a turtle.
You are definitely a turtle, my love. So, because this is only the second stream, could everyone please once again do me a favor, and while people are still streaming in, let's go around one at a time. Introduce yourselves by real name, pronouns if you wish to include them, and your character name and race. Could we start? I'm just going to go in the order that it is on the stream, so you good there? You good there? All right, well, you're first, Devin.
Cats jumping around.
All right, that'll happen. All right, Devin, start us off.
Hey everyone, I am Devin, go by he, him pronouns, and my character is Gromp, the Bugbear Bard.
Bodie.
Hi, I'm Lauren, she, her, and I play Bodhi, the turtle, on a path to oneness.
Otto.
My name is Mav. My pronouns are he, him, and I get to play Otto, your very friendly neighborhood Feywild Harrigan Ranger. And I just want to meet all of you and hang all you my friends and go on adventures together.
You're so precious.
How dare.
Melon.
Hi, I'm Morgan. Pronouns are hey, you, that guy.
Those work.
I'm playing Melon, the biggest good Leonin that there ever was.
And last but not least.
I'm definitely least. You don't need to.
Last and
feel
least.
better. Last and least. I'm Joanna, or Jo. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing the worst dirty girl, the Dragonborn sorcerer Rot.
And also, welcome those of you who are raiding. Thank you so much for joining in. I'm really sorry because I'm guessing if you came from Sally Quinn, you started at a stream that's very different from this one. But if you've never watched a TTRPG or D&D stream, then welcome. It is a very different world, but we are so glad to have you here. I have just a few announcements before we get started. The main bulk of the announcements for Misty Mountain Streaming I will be doing at the end of the stream, but a few things. First of all, as it does say very faint under Melon's nameplate there, this is an 18 plus rated show. For language, sorry, I'm bad about it. Drug use, thank you so much, Bodhi, for illustrating that, both real and fictional.
Yeah.
And just, for potential violence, adult content, all of that. So, not for the kiddies, and if you do include them, that's just on you, not on us. Second thing for the stream, we have disabled the community points rewards aspect that Misty Mountain Streaming sometimes does for their games that let you give assistance to the players or give detriment to the DM. And that's simply because I'm bad at paying attention to the stream, so I'm going to miss it because I got all this to focus on. I'm sorry about that, but I hope you still enjoy the stream anyway. And in all likelihood, they probably could have used your help, but no help for them. Any announcements from anyone else? Anything going on interesting in your lives or anything like that worth saying?
Yes.
Hit me.
We all love you and thank you very much.
Oh, I love suck-ups. You start at level
nice.
2.
Hell yeah.
It won't matter. It's almost entirely pointless for the first couple sessions. But speaking of, let's go ahead and jump in, shall we? Last we left off reading in this gilded leather-bound book of this story, we read the prologue together. And the prologue told of a young turtle who befriended an owlbear named Juniper and snuck into the Witchlight Carnival at a young age to try to find her again. But because of sneaking in without a ticket, the young turtle, Bodhi, found that he left with a little piece of him missing that he had when he came to the carnival. The prologue also told of a Leonin, Melon, and a Dragonborn, Rot, who took a job from an aging warlock, Madrick. A job that involved a request that the two of them travel to Prismere, a domain of the Fey realm, to see if they could find what was potentially ailing an Archfey, Zabilna, the patron of Madrick, the warlock. And the final portion of the prologue told of two hands at the Witchlight Carnival, Otto the Harengon and Gromp the Bugbear, two friends who might be growing a little weary of their time at the carnival and were approached by a fairy dragon working for a warlock named Madrick, a fairy dragon who instructed them that they, along with some visitors to the carnival, needed to find a Fey crossing in the carnival to make it to the Fey realm, and described the three individuals who they should help: a turtle, a Leonin, and a Dragonborn, and seemed to imply that the fate of the carnival itself, and perhaps Prismere as a whole, depended upon what they did and how successful they all were. And that, with Otto and Gromp heading to the front of the carnival where anxious patrons await to enter, was where we left off, and also where we pick up. As the book riffles to the first chapter, we see the first stars of night twinkle above the apricot sunset. Giant dragonflies whir overhead, trailing streamers, and a low mist curls over the ground. Not an ominous mist, a comforting one, a pastoral one. And through a floral archway, you all glimpse wonders and vibrant creatures. Elf stilt walkers, dancing fairies, painted performers, fire breathers. Everywhere there is laughter and music and pixie dust and bubbles and the tune of a whistling calliope and the smell of pastries and sweets. There is a ticket booth out here where about 6 dozen or so patrons are already waiting at dusk. The ticket booth has a silver statue of a dancing fairy mounted on the roof, and it is surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth itself decorated with an animated depiction of a night sky, with shooting stars racing across it. Behind the ticket counter, peering at the patrons as they approach the booth through a curved, angled, nonsensical spyglass, is an elderly goblin. He has tufts of white hair that puff over and out of his ears and along his chin. And with Rot and Melon together, Otto and Gromp together, and Bodhi standing off by himself, that is where we turn it to you. What are you all doing?
Hey, Otto, you think that's them out there?
Well, I mean, they fit the description that the little chunky fairy dragon said. The one with the wings, and the one that looks like a big cat man, and then the other one that looks like he's got a whole forest growing on his back.
Yeah, are we positive that we're supposed to be with the forest guy? Because it just seems like, you know.
He smells nice.
Oh, you smell him from here?
Yeah, I got a good nose, man.
If he smells nice, I suppose we should go grab him.
Yeah. Make new friends, buddy. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
I think we will walk out past the ticket booth to the others.
So, you push past adults and children, and the adults here are not only minding their own children. Much like at Disney World, there are a number of adults here who have come sans children to experience the wonder themselves. And there are children and adults here of every race across Toril. You see elves, and dwarves, and gnomes, and tabaxi. Every single type of sentient life is attracted to the wonder that the carnival, as a little sampling of the Fey realm, can offer. Now, Grump and Otto, you said that you pushed through the crowd to approach them. Well, the three are standing in two separate clumps. There is the one who has a small cloud around him, and there are the other two, the large Leonin, who seems to be getting a slight dressing down at the moment from the Dragonborn. Who do you approach?
Can we go see the cloud one first? Because I look like the other ones, he's getting yelled at, and I don't really want to deal with that right now.
No reason to get in the middle of that.
No, but we'll let them figure that out and fix that.
Yeah, let's approach our first friend.
Yeah.
So, again, because it's only the second episode, could the two of you please describe what Bodhi sees approaching him through the crowd? And then, Bodhi, I would love you to return the favor.
You see Otto, a little hair gone. He's about 4'2", 4'5" with his ears, sitting hanging off the top of Gromp's shoulder. He is brown furred, big brown eyes, with a gap tooth. With his two front teeth, there's a little gap between them. His glasses are a little bit crooked and a little bit broken, but they're all right. And he is wearing what you would think, someone at a fair at Disney World that has all the fair and all the buttons and all that stuff in his little vest. Sans his hat that he has to put on later, but is just happy to be there with a big old smile.
For some reason, when you described with all the buttons, first of all, as a decade-long Renaissance fair worker, I totally understand what you mean, but my brain couldn't help but immediately go to shenanigans or like hula hands. Yeah. Just like buttons.
Yes. 100%.
Or flair.
Where's your flair?
All of my flair. Just happy to be there. Even though I'm not getting paid apparently, but I'm happy to be here.
And on what shoulders is Otto riding, Gromp?
Yes, holding on to the shoulder, you see a just over 7-foot bugbear with thick brown fur, wearing his carnival vest, not nearly as decorated as Otto on his shoulder. One button that's required, nothing else, with a hat that you don't think any of the other workers there are wearing. Really his own style, probably shouldn't be wearing it in the first place.
Can you describe that hat for me?
Yeah, it's pinstriped, red, blue, green, and yellow.
Oh.
Doesn't make any sense, but he's wearing it very proudly.
And who are they approaching as the camera follows them and shifts onto you, Bodhi?
See a turtle sitting crisscross applesauce in the grass. It's specifically crisscross applesauce. That's what it's called. So he's sitting cross-legged in the grass, and he's got a huge shell on his back that if you had come towards him, you would just think that he's sitting up against something that's covered in moss and dirt and vines and mushrooms and a couple blue glowing patches. And he has a joint hanging out of his mouth and his arms out like this. I'm a turtle.
And as the two of you approach this turtle, you see 2 or 3 fairies lift off from where they had been perched, hiding, playing inside the mushrooms growing on the shell of this turtle. Just scatter through the air, much to the laughter of some small children who chase off after them, trying to follow them until they get stopped at the archway gate by their parents. Not yet, we have to get a ticket. Hold on.
Excuse me, sir? Hi, I'm Gromp. I think we were called to attend to you.
Hi,
To
Magic
me?
Turtle Man.
Look at your head, man. You got these. That's pretty cool. Then he goes, he puts his hands on his knees and he goes, ugh. He stands full height, and you can now see that he's well over 6 feet, quite stocky. And as he's looking down on you, you look fluffy. That's kind of nice. Hey, man. Cool hat.
Hey, thanks. Wow. Actually, thank you a lot for that.
Did you mean a lot to you? Did you make it?
I didn't make it. One of my many fans made it.
Fans. Oh, I know fans. You'll learn.
What you got in your hand there?
Here is the path to oneness. You put it in your mouth and you suck it into your face. Don't breathe it too hard because you could choke, but that's okay if you do.
That's very nice.
Can I try that?
You should really stay away from that.
Oh, okay. Sorry, man. Dad says no.
No, I'm not. I just want to make
He's
this
not
clear.
my dad.
I'm not his father.
He's my best buddy, Gromp, and I'm Otto. Nice to meet you.
Yo, he hands you his little clawed nub that, despite its sheen and moisturized appearance, is quite calloused on the bottom of it.
Have you been to the fair before?
Once. Yeah, I was really little though at the time, so it's probably a lot different now. You know, kids these days like more stimulation.
You'd be surprised.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Well, what are you guys doing here? And you said attend me? And also, sir? No, my name's Bodhi, man. Nice to meet you. Wait, I already met you, right?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you, Bodhi. Do you wanna follow us? We have some more people to grab on the way in.
Oh, I don't like to touch people without permission, man. But whatever you want to do, I'll be over here. So.
Well, you have my consent.
Cool, man. And he picks you up and it like very quickly. And he's like, "Where are we going?"
We have to go talk to those 2 people over there. The big cat man, and the one that looks like a lizard with wings.
Man, you can't just be saying people look like lizards, man. It's really fucked up. He's pretty.
Look at her.
Oh,
And
yeah. Oh, no, you're right.
As the 3 of you make your way through the crowd slightly with this large turtle holding you, Otto, in a horizontal position, so you're just pointing forward almost Superman style, and that's the direction you're going. You've spent a lot of time while at the carnival with creatures larger than yourself, from Gromp to the Cyclops to the occasional half-giant performer, Leonins, honestly, most people. And during that time, you have given the permission to be picked up by Gromp and a few select others. Bodhi lifts you, and you feel absolutely no effort from him in the process of doing so, as if lifting up a stuffed animal. No offense. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm weightless. You kind of picked me up pretty effortlessly.
Yeah, I'm a big boy. I've been hucking things larger than you for most of my life, buddy. So I like that you're light, though, because you're kind of fluffy. You tickle my arm a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather me not do that?
Oh, I like it.
If you're that strong, we got some great games that you can try out in there. Just wait till we go in. You're gonna love it.
Oh, do you still have the Beholder game?
Actually, yeah. You've tried it?
Yeah.
They have. I've heard a story of like they had to reinforce it. There's actually a high record or a high score on that thing. It was before we got here, but it's everyone keeps trying to beat it, and it's great. No one has though.
It's nice. It's just,
Maybe you can beat it. We'll see.
well, I'm gonna fucking try, man.
And as the three of you push your way through the crowd, this is a great opportunity. I said in the first stream that we have several house rules that I would explain when we did them. And this is a great opportunity for one of my favorite, and the first one, and that is luck points. So, a system I've started using, for all you DMs out there who are interested in new ideas, instead of inspiration die, because I've noticed a lot of players will hold on to that inspiration die the whole session, never use it, so what's the point? I hand out luck points for particularly good roleplay or ideas or narration. The way it works, after they do something cool, I just roll a d4, they get that many luck points. If they spend 1 luck point, they can modify any of their own d20 rolls by 1. If they spend 2 luck points, they can modify a party member's d20 roll by 1. And if they spend 3 points, they can modify one of my d20 rolls by 1. The exception here is natural 1s and natural 20s. Those are untouchable. But for that wonderful roleplay, here are the first luck points of this campaign. 4 to Bodhi, 4 to Otto, and 1 to Grump. Sorry.
See how I had that one up before you even said it?
You did. You knew it was, 2 4s in a row. It had to be a 1. Gotta get closer to the average, right? So keep note of those. They do not carry over in their full value from session to session, so utilize those. Now, we return from this narration interruption, whoosh, back into the story. The three of you push through the crowd, and people are now starting to head inside the carnival. It's no longer simply people waiting. There is now a line at the ticket booth to pick up tickets that they have already pre-purchased or to buy new ones. As you get closer, you are able to see that there is a sign that says tickets, 8 silver adult, 3 silver child, and underneath in small but not fine print, simply smaller letters, negotiable. And so the three of you...
How close?
Oh, yep.
I was going to ask how close we were to the others.
Oh, I mean, the outside waiting area, it's not a football field or anything. So just in a matter of seconds, you manage to close the gap. And Rot and Melon, you two see approaching you, now only about 10 feet away, and pushing an angle through the crowd instead of going with the flow of the crowd, a turtle with mushrooms growing on his back, a joint in his mouth, and a herring gun under his arm, followed closely by a tall bugbear in a multicolored pinstriped hat.
Right.
Did you steal something?
No, but they're coming here. This might be a threat.
No, look at what they're wearing. You can't be a threat and wear that.
Oh, rabbit. Rabbits are good.
That is going in the book of quotes for this campaign. You can't be a threat and wear that. Book of quotes, first one. So, as we described these three, who do we see this trio approaching?
Joe, if you want to go first.
Standing next to the Leonin is a much shorter, about 5'2", red dragonborn who is dressed in such a way that it implies femininity without any sort of noticeable feminine traits about her. She has lots and lots of golden piercings, lots and lots of frills that are done up in golds and reds that look like she could flare them out when she speaks. All of her claws are painted. Behind her is a large, heavy, frilled dragon tail, and hooked over her shoulders, hanging like a cape, are a pair of wings. And as you noticed, as you were approaching, whenever the line would move and she'd need to shift forward, if she was using her hands animatedly to talk to her companion, the wings would actually come down and act as like a secondary pair of legs to kind of push her along, and then come back up and hook around her neck. So they're a little bit dirty.
I know I'm dating myself here, but I don't know if you've seen The Great Mouse Detective, but there was the bat character who like would occasionally push forward on the wings, and that's immediately what I have.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So occasionally she uses them to either nudge people to the side or use them to move herself, picking her legs up on off the ground until she puts herself back down again.
And Melon.
Next to her, or them, whatever they choose to be, who knows? It's their choice. Is a little over 7 foot big old lion man with a bright red and vibrant mane, which is in contrast to the golden fur. But he's quite the amalgamation, because, oh god, what is that he's wearing? It's tan shorts with, like, pouches roughly sewn onto the side, an aloha shirt with the sleeves ripped off, and a very primal-looking shoulder pad and gauntlet on one side.
He's also not a threat because he's wearing that.
Oh dear, did you add the cargo short detail since last time?
Yeah, I did!
God damn it.
It so, doesn't it? Come on.
It so does. And like you said, a really cool amalgamation with the, like,
it's not cool.
Dad at a barbecue underneath, and then a shoulder pauldron. And
it's like leathers with, like, some fangs on it somehow. I don't know how I got them in there, but they work.
Love it. So that is who the camera sees the trio approaching. And the duo, you see that trio walk up to you.
Hey,
If you're thinking we did it, we didn't.
I might have. I don't know what I did.
Shh.
Oh.
we might have gotten the wrong. Give me 1 second, and I'll pull Otto to the side. Are we sure these are the right guys?
You pulled him to the side, and I'm holding on to him, so he's just like.
Well, the fairy dragon said that's what they look like, and I wrote it down, and I'm going to pull out my little book that I have. See, they said that's what they look like right there.
Yep. Okay. Yep. It looks like you're right. I don't see anyone else. No other red-haired, large lions around.
Yeah, that guy's pretty fucking big.
Right? Isn't it?
Bodhi, uninvited.
It's fine, Bodhi. You're fine. You can come in. You're my friend, so you're good now. You're in this friendship circle now. Yeah.
No way.
And plus,
that's pretty really rad, nice. Man. That feels good in here. My heart, not the shell. But I guess. Yeah.
And thinking about who these three are, just even the little we already know about them, I'm going to say this whole pull aside little conversation is not very quiet, secretive, or whispered. So the two of you are just hearing, like, are we sure we have the right guy? Big lion.
Let's just keep moving up in the line and pretend that we never made eye contact.
I mean, we have tickets, don't we? Yeah.
We're gonna
buy
tickets.
No, you don't have to buy tickets. I have yours.
Well,
it's nice.
Ours.
And yours too, Bodhi. Hi, by the way, hi. My name is Otto, and I'm still in Bodhi's arms with my hand outreached. This is my friend Gromp, and this is Bodhi. What are your names?
Does this feel like a trap, or is it just me?
Said this was a trap earlier.
Wait, are you? You may not have my name, but you may call me Rot. And she's going to kind of loosely give her hand to you, in like she expects you to kiss it, but then you shake it violently, and she's kind of just like.
Oh, muted.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Rot. And your name?
Just tell him.
Oh God. Oh.
Didn't forget your name.
You told me about social interactions. Okay. They call me Melon? And I stick my hand out.
Just
And I clasp around yours.
Dwarfs your hand.
But then I don't move at all.
Well, that's a wonderful name. Like I think it's a fruit, right? It's a fruit, right, Grump?
Yeah, you're right.
That's wonderful. Well,
If you
yeah.
try and shake it, you can try.
I'm gonna just.
No, there's no movement.
You end up like pumping your shoulder.
Well, you're strong too.
When do I let go?
Now.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Looks
count
like
to
we
3
gotta-
and then let go.
3. I can count.
Got
to that.
got some uptown folk, Otto.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I'm happy that you're here and enjoying the carnival. But we were told by a big fairy dragon to look for you three. What was it? We're supposed to help with a quest of some sort, but we made sure that you guys had tickets, so you wouldn't have to. So there wouldn't be any issues with you being in the park if you don't have a ticket.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Can those ticket tabs be redeemed for food?
Oh, food where?
Yeah.
We'll take care of your food.
Yeah.
Just
Don't worry
come,
about that.
just come with us.
I thought I might need 3 for him.
Well, actually,
He does-
this is as fine a time as any to explain it, since 2 of you have worked here. You know exactly how the tickets work. The tickets are an 8-punch system. You get 8 punches per ticket. Those can be redeemed for any of the stalls and attractions. There's nothing, as far as I know, about the carnival that costs more than 1 punch, but that can be used for the rides or snacks. And you are allowed to purchase multiple.
We only got 1 ticket for each of you, but if you're really hungry, we can always go back to the ticket booth and get some more.
It's him who's always hungry, so you don't need to worry about me. 1 is fine.
I'm
stomach.
I'm Gromp, by the way.
Charmed. And you work here?
Of course. You couldn't tell by the hat.
It's a hat.
And who is this handsome fellow with the very nice outfit, if I do say so myself?
Don't encourage him. Don't encourage him.
Oh, bugbear. A little too gamey. Melon.
And I stand up on my tiptoes trying to match eye level with you. Just a little bit taller than me.
1,
A pleasure.
2, 3. Still no shake.
We're working on it.
Okay, good. Otto, do you want to lead the way?
Yeah. This way.
3 luck points to Melon and 4 to Rot for that. And as Otto starts to push his way through the crowd, excuse me, the rest of you following behind, you hear a voice shout out from the ticket booth.
Otto! What was your name? Gromp! Yes, both of you, come here, I have something for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
Just one moment.
Says to the person who was at the front of the line as the other two of you cut, and reaches behind the counter and pulls out a small box with a silver clasp and the letters NM embossed on it. And he opens it and pulls out 5 tickets. He first hands one to each you, Otto, and you, Grump. And written on the ticket is good for 1 night off.
How'd you get this? You mean it?
It was a, interested benefactor.
Oh, and pulls up the weird eyeglass and looks at each Otto. Bodhi, Melon, and Rot, one at a time.
Let's get a look at each of you. Who's coming in here now? Oh, yes, I see. Oh.
And hands one remaining ticket to each of you.
Now, that's good for 8 punches. You can use that for the many wondrous wonders that await you inside.
Now, I hope you don't mind me asking, who was the
And
benefactor?
he holds up a ear horn.
What was that? You have to speak louder.
Grab the top of the horn and kind of pull it to my mouth.
Eh?
The benefactor! Sorry.
No need to shout. I can hear just fine. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to disclose. A goblin keeps his promises, you know.
I get a night off.
What?
And puts the ear horn back up immediately again.
I just said thank you.
Next!
Whoever.
And
What?
it
Oh,
just
okay.
waves the 5 of you away.
Bro, we get a night off.
Well, time to have some fun. And I grab you and put you up on the shoulder.
Wait, our new friends. Hey, so we get a night off, so we all get to hang out now, and we can show you around the park and all this cool stuff, and yeah.
That is, if you guys are okay with, looking around before we have to complete our objective, let us say.
And what would that objective be out of
Yeah, I didn't.
I
like
have a
how you
list
said
of
that.
curiosities?
Also, what's a friend?
Me?
Delicious. Okay.
No, you can't eat me. What? No.
We
Friends
we
don't eat
we don't put
friends.
him out very much.
Friends don't eat friends, right? That's
No, that's fucked up, man. You
Really?
shouldn't eat your friend. You should eat the guy that's mean to your friend. Right? Right?
Yes. Ellen, look at me. Look at my eyes.
Yeah.
Friends are friends, not food.
There it is.
Friend, no food.
Not food.
Friend
Now-
food. Friend food,
No.
got it.
No. Okay, never.
Is he
Anyway,
probably
about
yeah.
that objective.
Do we know the objective?
So, because this literally happened to you an hour ago, as opposed to 2 weeks ago, what Fluffy, the fairy dragon, communicated to you was that the individuals that you were to meet were in need of a Fey crossing, a way into the Fey realm, and that there was one located within the carnival. But anything beyond that, they were of no assistance.
Are you guys looking for a Fey crossing by chance?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I could get down on that.
Oh, so much for keeping secrets. You seem to know much more about what we want than we know about what you want.
I just work here. I don't know what to tell you. This is my job.
Your job is to escort people to the Fey realm. You look like a carnival performer.
Well, thank you. Not necessarily a performer, but
He's a wonderful carnival performer. All right, he's wonderful at his job. Okay.
And so is he.
I work the ring toss booth, and my booth is pretty fun.
Can I reach into my pocket of my very tight pants, and I'm going to pull out a little sticker sheet that has gold stars on it, and I'm going to put one on each of them. I usually save these for Melon.
Customers.
Very good at your job.
Gave me a sticker.
Oh,
Hey, me too, bud.
not serious. So serious.
Mm.
So, are you guys ready to go then?
To the Fey Realm or to the Carnival?
Yeah, let's go.
We have plenty of
Who
time.
are you?
Wait,
I'm
that's
going
not
to point
food.
at Bodhi. Nope,
Food.
stop it. Who are you?
Oh.
There's a joint dangling out of his mouth, and he's got his arms in his shell. What's up, buddy? Just trying to find my purpose in life, man. And he starts to wistfully look off. I remember. Wait, who are you?
Snap, just to try to get his attention back.
Holy. Mm-mm. Hello, who are you?
Rot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, you guys are cool. Cool. You're Otto's friends. Yeah. Right?
I thought you were Otto's friends. You were carrying him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's my friend now too. But just like recently, not like a long-term thing. Yeah, we're feeling it out. I think it's going pretty well.
Is this how people usually make friends?
By being incredibly awkward to one another? Usually. That's how you find the good ones.
Write that down.
You passed the vibe check.
Vibe check.
It's a good thing. It means you seem cool, man.
I don't know, but it sounds right.
Don't worry about the label.
Otto, we are in for an exciting next couple of hours.
And as
And
you
that
say
was
that-
I cast a message to say that to him. So only you hear that one.
I was gonna laugh.
As the five of you pass through the floral archway, each of you is handed, even right now in this instant, you, Otto and Gromp, a pair of butterfly wings that you are instructed to wear inside while you are visiting the carnival.
If they think I'm putting on some damn wings to walk around the carnival, they got something else coming.
They got wings? No way, man! Give some to me!
I did. Here you go.
Do I need to wear them if I already have them?
Yes, you three definitely need to wear them.
Here,
Otto,
watch
you
this,
gonna put
watch
yours on?
this. I would like to put
Otto
them on
already
Rod.
has his on.
I would like to put it on Rod, but around their head, so it's like winged head.
They are enormous on Rob's head.
That's an interesting look. It's kind of cool. It suits you.
I feel like you might be lying to me.
Oh, he's not.
I wouldn't lie to
that
you.
was
It's kind of
bad.
cool. It does.
As you put on
Set you apart from the pack.
As you put on your wings, the five of you pass into a place of wondrous and fantastical sights and sounds. Performers with faces painted in a vibrant spectrum of colors, some tumbling, jumping through the lanes, others making silly faces and jokes or reciting soliloquies as they juggle. Fairies jump from stall roof to stall roof, scattering pixie dust along the way. Elf stilt walkers, some on 2 stilts, some on 4, prowling through the lanes. One 4-legged stilt walker has a gnome seated on their back with a ponderous beard, the gnome sitting cross-legged very self-importantly as the stilt walker carries them through the lanes. Flags and banners and strings of light crisscross overhead, all of which are dodged effortlessly in almost like a dance by the tallest of the stilt walkers. Children and adults of dozens of different races, many with prizes or snacks in their hand. One particularly rambunctious gnome girl, tailed by her mother, runs by in front of you, her face covered in face paint on the top half and powdered sugar on the bottom half. Nearby, near the largest tent, right across from the entryway, a merry tune spills forth from an instrument on the back of a brightly painted wagon, and there is a monkey wearing a button-covered cloak cranking a handle at the back of the wagon, while a goblin in a ladybug costume teeters and toddles over to fairgoers, rattling a tin cup. To your left, there is an enormous teapot, from which these large bubbles get sent up into the sky, and you all see as there are people inside the bubbles flying over the carnival. And right ahead of you, the fairground opens both left and right, forming a figure 8, with a big top tent and the entrance at the center. Along with your wings, each of you was handed a map of the carnival grounds. And it is the same as the map that I have shown you all. And as you step in here, the night is yours.
Well, welcome to
I
the
can't
shit show.
rate this.
You want to get your face painted, don't you?
I mean, it looked cool, but it's like, what was that around their mouth? It looked like it was something good.
Oh, that's the funnel cake.
Cake out of a funnel, what?
Well, it's like fried dough, but in like a bunch of squiggly lines to make one big thing, and then you can put like powdered sugar on it and like other things like other fruits. There was one time I saw someone put meat on top of it, but I wasn't really sure why. But yeah, you could put all these wonderful toppings on it.
And which stall is the Fey crossing at?
Oh,
Now
yeah.
that is a good question.
Is it that one?
You should go check and let me know.
All right, I'm going to go check that one.
Which
Does it
one?
happen to be a food stall, I hope?
What one did you go to?
I don't know. It was
You
the
just
first one there.
You just walked
He
to
walked
a
straight
random
towards
spot.
the funnel.
I think, judging by the map, if we've just walked in, he just walked to lost property.
That would make sense, as it is a larger stall nearby, and it is right by you. You walk towards a stall that has a sign outside of it that says "Lost Property." There are a few individuals, creatures around here, but it is not a food stall.
Does
Does
he
it look
usually
like a
just
portal?
off on his
It
own?
doesn't look like food. I'm gonna leave. I say this
He
out
tries
loud.
to stay where I can see him above the crowd.
I'm gonna return. There's no food. There's no Fey portal.
Did you ask about a Fey portal?
Oh, I need to do that. Yeah.
Say, be nice. Use your manners.
Okay, I'll be right back.
You've been practicing.
Do you head back the same way that you just went?
Yes. Yes,
So,
I do.
The Lost Property booth is a wagon, like so many things at the carnival. And outside of it, there is a large feline creature with midnight blue fur. Has a pair of tentacles extending from its shoulders, wearing fake butterfly wings. Hanging from its collar, hanging by its collar is a wooden keg. And the creature is currently roughhousing with two younger boys. One looks like a dwarf, and one probably human. One of the younger boys squeals, "Again, Durla, again!" while the other is currently hanging from its neck.
That's nice. Is there somebody that looks like staff nearby? with a silly hat like the one of the other people that I just met?
Nope. I mean, at least
no.
not right here.
What was the rabbit wearing? I don't remember.
Like the rest of us are just standing in the back watching this happen.
You know how long your friend's gonna
I would like
be?
to look back to see what the rabbit's wearing.
Holy shit, no way. Goes immediately over there.
I'm trying to teach him to be more self-sufficient.
You're doing a great job. Don't
Thank
put
you.
yourself down as he's walking away.
I was doing a bad job.
I'm just saying, it looked like it was going there.
I feel insulted. I don't think I like that turtle very. It's very rude.
Otto, I think I'm gonna go help the big boy. He looks like he's struggling out there.
So the two of you know this displacer beast. This is Dillaground. She works lost property, works with, does escort jobs around the carnival, sometimes works security with Burley the Bugbear. She's a long-time member of staff, been here longer than you have.
Just tell D I said hi, okay?
Gotcha. Hey D, got some friends here looking for a Fey crossing. You know anything about that?
That's the staff.
The Dirla continues playing with the kids for a second, ignoring you, getting to a spot where she tosses them both off. Hold on just a second. Dirla has to talk to someone. What were you asking?
Sorry, D. We're looking for a Fey crossing. You know where we might find that?
That's an interesting question. Why?
Oh, I know.
Why?
Job.
Don't, looking back at you, Grump, isn't there somewhere you're supposed to be right now?
Well, take a look at this.
I've never gotten one of those, looking at the ticket.
They did tell me that if you help other employees find things, such as Fey crossings, that you actually do get them.
I'm not 100% sure about any Fey crossing, but I do know that from... And she suddenly gets a very sad look on her face. From time to time, things do go missing from the carnival and never come back.
Are you okay?
I make me a either a history or a charisma check in this moment. Both, well, Otto, you're not right there. So Gromp.
I refuse to do it, so no.
You wouldn't be able to for this one.
Good.
This is
18 for charisma.
For charisma. So you know why D is looking like that while talking about that topic. And as you're about to say what you were about to say in response with that knowledge, one of the two boys who Dirla had been minding goes to the lost property wagon, and from inside it picks up and brings out this small mirrored ball and begins playing with it. And Dirla looks over her shoulder calmly, sees him, and dashes over to him, snatching and swatting the ball out of his hands with a growl at the child, which immediately causes this boy to burst into tears and run. Dearla curls the ball to herself, and you see as she pants for a second, and then, as if coming back to herself, "Oh, what did I do? Oh, the poor baby."
Good.
Can you?
Go. Yeah, I understand.
I have to stay here with the other. Could you all try to find him? His parents are somewhere in the carnival, but I was asked to watch.
Yeah. Otto, did you see which way he went? As I turn around.
Yeah, it's not difficult to have seen the general direction that he went.
He went that way?
Okay, Dearla. I'll be back to talk more. We'll take care of this for you.
So, or you say that, and she's still, like, she has padded over to the wagon, and she deposits the ball in there, and she turns to the two of you. I am so ashamed of myself. I am sorry that you saw me like that. Please see if you can find Vero is his name. He's a good boy. He didn't mean anything by it. Please.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Could the
This,
two?
we're at the fair.
Yeah, we're at the fair. I should. I'm sorry. The two of you, or Otto, you now that you have witnessed this, can make me, and Bodhi, can both make me. Bodhi can make me a history check, and Otto, you can either make me a history or a charisma check. Basically, the reason I'm giving both of those options is history would be, what did you hear, what do you remember? Charisma is, how close of a relationship did you form with Dearla throughout your time here?
Maybe
17.
17 for Otto. What was that, Bodhi?
18.
18. Bodhi, when you saw that ball, you remembered your first time at the carnival. Meeting Dear Legrand, not knowing her name at the time. But you remember seeing that silver ball being played with by her cub. And the two of you, Otto and Gromp, both know that Star, Dearla's cub, has gone missing in the past couple months and has not been seen.
Have a good rest of your night, Dearla. We'll be back after we find Vera, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course. Are you guys okay with finding this kid real quick before we get into the other stuff? If not, I'll go by myself and go grab him.
Looked important. We have all night. And whatever other nights this carnival is in town.
And
how many
if you
more
want-
nights is this?
We got plenty of time. We got a few hours. We got plenty of time to do this and be able to have fun. And if you guys help out, I will get you drinks and more food that you can have.
Wait, no. Bay crossing before food. That's what you said, right?
What I said.
Okay.
But sometimes we can bend the rules.
Food.
Let's go find a child and see what we see along the way.
Bodhi?
as we're turning to go find this child, Bodhi, who hasn't addressed yet, remembers her and remembers the ball and the cub and kind of just washes over him how sad she must feel. And takes a big, deep breath. And he walks over to her, just leans over. Hey, you've been going through a hard time, man, but you're a big light in my life and in my mind. You keep shining. Okay. Also, the vibe was super off. I didn't want to say anything, but like, I don't know when I was going to find a good opportunity, but it's really good to see you. And we're going to help. Yeah, and he's just going to turn. He doesn't even finish the sentence. He just starts turning and like waddling away from her to follow the.
And you head off before Dirla could even find a gap in the conversation to respond. As you just hear her, thank you. Do I know you? As you walk off.
He was nervous.
So, could Gromp and either Gromp with advantage or one other person who is helping with the look for Vero make me a perception check? Otto, let's do it.
16.
15 plus 5, 20.
Vero didn't make it very far. He is currently like just to the side of a small candy stall nearby. Just gonna
Otto, do you mind taking? You know this isn't my strong suit. Could you?
Yeah, I'll talk to him.
Thanks.
Vero? Bud?
Who are you?
Oh, it's your buddy Otto. Hi.
Hi, Otto.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Sometimes adults can get really, really stressed out, and they can say things or do things that they're not.
It was just I just saw the ball, and all I did was play with it. I wasn't gonna hurt it.
I know, but that ball means really a lot to her, to Dee, and it's kind of sentimental value to it. But like I said,
Was it her
sometimes
ball?
adults. It was someone that was close to her.
Oh. Yeah. That makes sense. I didn't know,
Yeah.
though.
It's all right.
I would have stopped if
Like-
you would have just told me.
Like I said, adults, when they get real stressed, they kind of forget and say or do things they don't mean.
I think since we're all standing nearby, we're all listening to this conversation, I think Rot is going to kind of like put her hands on her hips and kind of lean over Otto's shoulder.
Whoa.
And I'm going to... Hi.
Hi.
You're so cute.
Are you a dragon?
I am a dragon. Do you know what dragons like?
Gold.
Shiny things.
Yeah.
Shiny things, you're just right. But listen, I have a friend who likes to touch shiny things that belong to me. Just like you did.
I didn't know it belonged
never-
to anyone.
No, and he's never in trouble because he doesn't know. Do you know what I've taught him? And I think it would work perfectly for you.
What?
First, you put your hands in your pockets.
Always?
See something shiny? Always. You see something shiny you want to touch? Put your hands in your pockets. Then you
Okay.
ask.
But, like, all the time? Because, like, what if I see
All
a
the
fork
time.
and I'm going to be eating? Do I have to put, like, that's...
Yes. Every time
time?
you see something, you want to touch, you gotta put your hands in your pockets first.
Hey, that's the lesson you taught me.
I cast message, and in this kid's head, I just go every time.
Ah! And the kid just, like, starts screaming and looking around. Who said that?
That
Did
was
you
the
all
voice
hear
of
that?
your dragon spirit. Dragon spirit that wants you to put your hands in your pockets.
Wait, me? I'm going to, in this case, as much as I hate to say it, allow you to either make an intimidation or persuasion check, because
I'll do persuasion.
that last part was mildly intimidating.
And at this point, I'm gonna walk off for a second, and
Dragon spirit wants you to
And
put
I'll
your
be
hands in your pockets. 19.
I have a dragon spirit.
Mm-hmm. And always
He
wants you to
immediately
touch
puts his hands
shiny
in his
things.
pockets and just
Mm-hmm.
Dragon spirit.
Dragon spirit.
You don't have to ask the dragon spirit. You have to ask who the thing belongs to if you can touch it.
I should probably go say sorry to D, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That would be
I think-
wise.
at this point, I walk back, and I'm carrying this gold and red ball. This cost me one of my punches, but
Oh. Yeah, it was the first time, and I already... This is hard. Puts his hands in his pockets. Can I touch that?
you can have it.
And he starts to pull his hands out of his pockets and looks at you, Rot. Grabs it. Ooh. Thank you!
Of course.
Do you think if I gave it to D, that would let her know that I'm sorry?
I think she'd be happy to know that you still want to play with her.
Yeah, she's fun. I mean, that was really scary, but, that's fun sometimes, too. Let's go! And starts running back with the ball, like, drops it once, has to pick it up. And when Vero runs a little bit ahead of you and makes it to the lost property booth as you all come just around the small corner, and as he's running towards Dirla, she turns and gets this... You know that posture that animals take when you can tell they're sorry for something? Like how they slightly hunch and just wait for that first moment of approval afterwards. She kind of tucks away, and then he runs up and drops the new ball right behind him and just runs up and grabs Dirla as one of her tentacles comes around and wraps around her, and you can just hear muffled in her fur, "I'm sorry I got you here. I didn't know that it was important to you. I wouldn't have done it if I had known. I'm sorry I lost my temper." And she lays down in front of the boy, getting pretty close to eye level in the process as she sphinx sits up. We grown-ups aren't perfect, and we lose our temper too. And it's okay if that happens to you sometimes too. Just remember to say you're sorry when it does. I'm sorry that I lost my temper with you, Vero. You didn't mean anything by it. You didn't know. And I know that if Star were here right now, she would be playing with that with you. So, as long as you promise to be careful with it, you can play with it if you like. No, that's okay. I got this one. And runs over and grabs it and just, with the easy forgetfulness of childhood, is just off chasing the ball that Dirla then leaps on to... In this ball being about this size, with her mitts being about this size, is just like knocking around a ping pong ball. And that moment of negativity has been washed away, and if anything, in an even better place than when you all arrived.
I think in that moment, I'm thinking about asking more about the Fey realm, but I want her to enjoy the moment of happiness, so
And
You guys ready to keep going?
In this moment, as you all watch this, and the boys are laughing, and Dearla has this deep, purring chuckle that she does as she laughs and plays, the lights all around the festival glow just a little bit brighter and a little bit more vibrant. And the music, the notes just hit a little bit sweeter. And the air smells just a little bit better. The heavy smell of baked goods and sweets mixing with the incense from mystical booths just fills your lungs.
It does occur to me, if Lost and Found doesn't know where this thing is, the stalls might not either. I think our best bet might be the carnival's owners, but at the same time...
You say that, and before you even realize it, Dearla is at your side, silent, as she arrives. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light seem to have been on edge lately. If you're wanting to learn anything from them, I would advise against directly approaching them. Maybe a more... And she turns in that wide C that cats do when they lazily go to turn around. I would advise a more surreptitious method. And then pads off and back to the children. Otto and Grump, based off of that comment, makes you think she was implying about listening in at their cart in the staff area. Doesn't sound like a great idea to you, for what it's worth.
All right, so just FYI, those are our bosses, and I recently found that I'm not getting paid, first off. But we just got a night off, and how long we've been working here? We've been here for a while, and we just now got a night off. Our bosses are really kind of hard to talk to, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. You barely ever see them, to be honest with you. But they would be the ones to know about all that cool Feywild stuff, because we do kind of teleport to different cities and stuff. It makes me, but we do that a lot.
You don't get paid?
Stop bringing it up, please.
I get paid for hunting rats.
I mean, it's pretty fucked up, man. Like, if you really think about it, you're working for the system, and it's just giving you nothing.
You're right. But, I mean, I get a place to stay.
And the anti-capitalist message of the stream took 1 second.
Eat a rich. You're kings, if honestly.
And as we preach an anti-capitalism message, don't forget to subscribe and... Sorry, couldn't resist that opportunity.
You know, I'm not too worried. There are going to be other people here that know we don't have to go to the bosses. My vote, and keep in mind, I know just as little as you do, is to go to some booths. Otto and I know some of the people that have been here a long time, and we can ask them.
There seems to be quite a lot to do and a lot of people. At the same time, I'm always down for some breaking and entering.
I smell so many grilled meats, and I want them in myself.
Before we leave this little central area, can Rot trot back and buy one more extra ticket because she knows that Melon is going to go through it?
Absolutely.
No, don't we actually have 2 extra tickets that were provided?
Yes,
We
because
do.
Grump and Otto had already procured tickets for the 2 of you. Plus, there were those 3 that were left for the 3 of you by said benefactor. Bodhi still... so that means there are 3 extra.
Okay, I missed that part. I thought there was only one per.
There were one per person left for you, but there was also one for each of the three of you bought by Grump and Otto.
But
Procured.
Comped. I mean, we work here. We get free passes on a lot of things.
You don't work here if you're not paid. Let's go do something fun. I never
Right?
do anything fun.
that's called
Right.
voluntold.
If I'm just saying, if you want to do something fun, I got the place for you. Did you have something to say, by the way? As I looked at Bodhi.
No, I forgot what I was gonna say, but no. I think we should do something fun because you need to reset the momentum of that depressing episode so we can move forward together as a unit. Yeah. So what do you want to do, man?
Wait, you guys are strong. I got something to show. I want to show you guys the wacka beholder, the wacka beholder thing. Yeah,
A classic. All right, lead the way, Otto.
gone.
Dead sprinting behind him. Holy shit.
Is this whole night going to be finding short people?
I mean,
I mean,
They're
they're
the
right
best,
there.
right?
But
Little pocket friends.
Otto's gonna hear that. He's gonna hop back and look at you. No, not really. You can just call my name, and I'll be right there, and then go right back to sprinting.
I actually forgot his name.
he's a precious boy. He's a precious
Oh,
boy.
I know.
And Otto leads you all through the pathway to the left here. And heading that direction, you pass by the large teapot with the bubbles going up and rising over the carnival. You pass the Pixie Kingdom, which is its own little separate section of the festival. You also pass the Mystery Mine ride, and you arrive at the Bash a Beholder booth. And as you arrive, there is a very old dwarf who is currently present. You all, Otto and Grump, know this is Mr. Stone, who runs this booth, and he is shouting,
Win a prize, pulverize the beholder's eyes before you're mesmerized.
Since you were here last, Bodhi, the beholder has gotten much sturdier. It is not built with the Faerun equivalent of balsa wood any longer. They reinforced this. There is still one other thing that's different here, Bodhi, and it's a piece of parchment that looks like it has been here so long that it has become a part of almost the wallpaper, the fabric of the booth itself. And there is a hand-drawn picture of a child-looking turtle with a circle and a cross through it. Above it is written, high score holder, and then there is that drawing with the circle through it.
Bodhi, seeing this, he is jacked. So he's gonna like kind of shift over there. You guys, hey. He's gonna point at the sign.
Is that you?
A lot bigger than that.
That is not you.
110% that's me, man. It's
It has
bugging
a
me right there. Look at how
crossbow.
cute. Look, watch. See, it's the same. Is it?
I can see it in the double chins. You're right.
Hey.
But it has a red mark through it. Doesn't that mean you can't play?
Oh no, does that mean I can't play? I thought it said.
It means it's not you. It's not you.
Okay, but.
You're a different turtle. Your name is Odie.
Pretty sure it's me.
Shh.
It's the same thing.
Doesn't matter. If you don't look like that, it's not you.
Okay, I'll play it cool.
So, Bodhi, you wait in line. Admittedly, with, there seem to be only two categories of individuals who are waiting for the Bash a Beholder ride. Children, or the Bash a Beholder attraction. Children, the individuals that it's predominantly aimed at, and men who seem to be here with dates, trying to impress someone, and you. So my question for you, though, is being back in this place, in this line, with so many years between those two moments, so much of your life. Where are you right now, Bodhi?
Bodhi has been practicing gratitude and living in the moment. And so he is very much in the present moment. He is looking around at every little thing. He's hearing every sound. He's smelling every smell. And he has this hopeful joy in his heart because he remembers how truly foundational to him, truly beautiful a moment it was for him. His first win. So he's just seeing how it's different this time around.
I just want to probe
until he gets to the top.
Deeper on one thing that you said. You said that moment over 100 years ago, when you first played this, was foundational to Bodhi. How? What was it foundational for?
So Bodhi grew up on the farm of a very passive turtle family and didn't really have any aspirations to do anything outside of that. He never felt like he was seen by anyone or that he could do big things, do anything besides what he was taught. So being at the carnival, this magical, beautiful place, it felt like anything could have been possible. So after he was super dejected, not being able to do the rhyming thing, this was his first high, and he's been chasing it ever since. And that's what made him want to be a 1990s wrestler. What made him want to do Coliseum work and Waterdeep. What made him want to spar. What made him want to seek that limelight. And so it ultimately brought him back to the place after he left that life. So he's just feeling all kinds of stuff right now.
Very cool.
But mostly he's really jacked about it, man. So don't worry about it or anything.
And what Joe just did there, so you know, she went like this. That's a sign to me of someone saying, I think that deserved luck points. And I agree. I was rolling that. That is 2 luck points for that more in-depth analysis of yourself. And as you wait through the line and you get to the front, the dwarf that you see is familiar to your memory, but different. Maybe a son, maybe a cousin. But as you step up, Bashabo stops and does this overly dramatic slow turnaround to look at the parchment with the drawing. Well, if I didn't know better, I would say that. I'm sure it's not you.
He looks over to Rot.
Well, that will be 1 ticket punch. Be sure to keep track of this for yourselves, how many you have remaining on your ticket. Bless you, note taker people. Punches it, returns it to you, and hands to you a familiar feeling mallet. What once took 2 hands, now only fitting in 1. But as the whoosh, eyes start to emerge from this dummy beholder with the 8 eye holes coming from the stalks, and the first one whoosh, pops out. Could you please make me a strength check, Bodhi?
Can Bodhi do? Okay, I really want to do this, but I feel like he would actually turn around.
Hit me.
Okay, he would actually. So he'd look at it, and he'd think for a second. And he'd turn around and he'd look at Melon. What you got, slugger?
What's a slugger?
Let's play.
Means it's a guy who hits shit. Spirit. It's just like a slang. Maybe it's not a catching. I don't.
The first
Go hit the
eyeball
thingy.
pops out.
What?
Do you try to
Hit it, Melon!
Hit
Hit it. Oh, okay. I'll smack it real good.
Could you make me a strength check, please?
21.
Yes, a 21 will absolutely succeed. The first one, and you smack it right back down. A second one pops up. Another strength check. Be prepared to do this a few times.
Strength check. Another 21.
Jeez, really?
Yes.
Just smack it back down.
17s.
And you hear the hawker of the booth. Oh, two already! Does he get a third? As a third pops up.
Oh no, I missed that shit. That's a 6.
This one, like, you were feeling that high, of it, and just before, almost tried to do like a no look. So that means the eye targets you.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you how this works.
As this one goes back in unhit, there is a as a gout of gas rushes towards you, and you breathe it in. The effect of the stink gas is you have to, for the rest of the session, before every strength check, you have to make a Constitution saving check or be too distracted by your own farts to succeed.
I mean,
You get
how is
bad
that different
gas
already?
from this. Okay, it's even worse gas from this
there
gas.
we go.
So, on that note, another eye. So, before you make that strength check, can you make
Constitution saving throw?
Yes, a Constitution saving throw.
That's cocked. I'm sorry, I can't use that. Oh, I would have loved to. Oh, that's a 17.
17. Your stomach makes this really unpleasant noise, but you're fine. Can you make me a strength check without disadvantage then?
Coming up. Ooh, that's another 6.
6.
Two 17s and then 2 2s.
This
Joe,
guy
I'm
goes
loving your dice.
Back in, and as this fourth eye recedes, the stick in your hand shifts from the rigid hammer to a grass snake. And just writhes out of your hand and slithers away. Oh! Got hit with sticks to snakes. I'm sorry, that's unfortunate.
Oh, I was gonna eat it.
Step right up. Who's next to try the bash the beholder, huh?
You did a good job, Melon.
Yeah, stay away from me for the rest of the night if you don't mind.
I get to eat the snake.
I'd like to sidle up next to Bodhi. Looked so excited about it.
Huh?
Did you give it to him? You looked so excited.
Oh, well, the way I see it, what I remember is perfectly beautiful enough. I wanted someone else to have that for the first time. Felt just as good, I think.
Is he gonna feel just as good when he stinks for the rest of the night?
Oh, wait.
That's new. I didn't have that. No.
So, Bodhi, are you gonna try it though?
No, man, I just want you guys to enjoy it. I'll be over here.
Ignoring those two, what they were just saying, it's like, give to somebody else. Ticket, hammer, turtle.
So you get a one punch in your ticket, and then hand the... Oh, did Lauren's camera freeze, or is it just me?
I
I
did.
think it might have freezed.
It might done a freeze.
Technical difficulties.
It did a froze. It did a froze.
Well, actually,
She wants to know if she can turn it off and on again.
This is actually a perfectly good time because I was hoping
Let's
right at
try
about
turning it
7:30 Central to take a break. So, as Melon grabs the hammer once again, turns around and hands it to Bodhi this time, we will take a quick break, just about 10-15 minutes, friends, and then we will join back up. Please stick around to see how the rest of this session goes. See you soon.
See ya.
Feeding melon.
And we are back. We've got a black screen here because sometimes art and life, reflect each other, and the bottomless stomach must be fed. And if, as Brennan said, it's okay to snack, but I do appreciate the covering of the screen, because otherwise I'll get
Only
hungry.
almonds, though. Bottomless almonds.
constant almonds. And I do...
Oh, please, it's steak right now.
I do love me some almonds, I'm not going to lie to you. Well, first of all, thank you to everyone who is in the stream. We appreciate you guys so much for being here, for sharing this geeky thing that we all do together, and just giving you guys a little bit of information about us. I know a lot of Misty Mountain streams are people who come together to play the game from, different cosplay backgrounds or all of that. All of us we just brought our whole group here, basically. I'm running each of these crazy people in at least one other game currently outside of this stream, with one person having way more than one other game playing.
And 3 of us just survived a 2.5-year campaign.
Lauren is playing
How dare you not
4
pay the
campaigns that I am running currently, and Lauren,
dare you not share them?
And Joe and Morgan were part of a 2.5-year long Rise of Tiamat campaign, which I know gets a lot of shit talked on it as a module, but if you're willing to put a lot of extra work into making it playable, it's a really fun campaign, so I do recommend for people who want lots of dragons. Oh, yeah, Mav?
And this is my real voice. This is my second campaign with this man. I'm getting chased by a fucking dommy mommy vampire lady, so it's great.
Strahd, or in my game, Stradia, is currently pursuing this man, and he's about to have a very bad time in the next session. But that's a spoiler for a different game. So, we are going to jump back into this one. Bodhi, as you all are standing in the left section of the figure 8 that is the fairground of the Witchlight Carnival, you are handed back another mallet, just like the one that you handed to Melon, and the beholder awaits you.
Bodhi. Why not? And he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna take the mallet. He's gonna look at it. He's gonna fling it in his hand.
Our next contender. Let's see how this one fares.
Roll me that.
Whips it, cracks it right across, one-handed.
Make me that strength check. Let's see if you do.
New high score!
Swear to God, if you nat 20 this again. Don't.
No, but I did get a natural 19. So hold on, let me go into my sheet.
First time accessing these stats for some people.
And so what was this? I'm sorry?
Strength check.
Oh, just a
straight, whatever your plus to strength is.
23.
23. First one. No problem, easy, like riding a bike. Second one comes up. Oh no.
10.
And as I see Bodhi struggle, I reach into my pocket where I just keep a little bell, and I click it and it ding. And I cast Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. So, I'm going to allow that. But for future uses of Bardic Inspiration,
yes,
it has to be declared slightly before the individual does the thing. But because you flared it and described it so well, and because it's friggin' fun, I will allow that on this one. So I believe at level 1 that is a 1d6 that Bardic Inspiration gives you. Do you wish to use it right now, Bodhi? You do have luck points, I want to remind you. And you could save that d6.
Let's use some of those.
Okay, how many would you like to use?
Wait, what?
Knowing that you got a 10 on your strength check, how many luck points would you like to use?
I thought you rolled a 9.
No. I think she said 10.
No, it's a 6. I'm gonna use 5 of my luck points.
So
to get.
You got a 6 total or a 6 on the die?
No, I got a 6 on the die and then I got +4.
A +4, so you're at a 10. So
yeah.
How many are you using right now?
5.
5. Bumping it up to a 15. Smacking
my
the
ego is
second
really
one.
fragile right now, man. I need to really knock this out of the park.
And the way that luck manifests is your conscious brain did not see the eye come up. It was simply the instincts that you honed over your years in the pit that you just instantly whip out and hit it. And you're just as surprised as the beholder was. All right. A third one pops up.
And this one, because he felt it. It wasn't as good as the first one, so he both hands it.
Okay. If you get this one, the way of winning.
Can I use my
is
bardic
get
inspiration?
3 in the first 5 attempts, and you've gotten 2 out of 2. You'll get a perfect game if you nail this next one. And you don't have to declare using your bardic inspiration until after you've seen the result.
18.
18? I mean, you can use the inspiration, just kind of as like overkill if you want, but 18 is...
I kind of want to, though.
I
but I
wouldn't
kind of want to,
necessarily
though.
fault you for what it's worth.
Wait, what did I get?
Plus a d6.
What did I get?
Plus D6.
D6.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go there. I'm going to give you 2 of my points.
Oh, we're just piling on.
Yeah, because why not?
I love this.
21. And then whatever.
Plus 1 more from the 2 from Melon as he
What did-
shouts
Oh,
out where it
I
is.
said 2 points.
Oh.
I spent 4.
Well, you spent 4, so taking it up to a 23. Cut your second 23 as you whack this. So it is just whoop pop, whoop pop, whoop pop, all 3, no problem, and the machine shuts down when the third in a row has been triggered. Yeah?
As Bodhi sees this happening, and he's got the mallet in his hand, he slowly looks over to the guy operating. Yeah, that was me.
You say that as you hand it back, and he looks back. Oh, my uncle's gonna be so pissed at me.
So, I mean, I didn't mean anything by it.
Literally
Take
have
the stone!
2 jobs, and fuck.
Run the stall, keep the turtles away.
And as you go to walk away, wait before you leave your prize, and holds up 2 familiar large gloves.
Holy shit. No way. And he goes and he takes the gloves and he immediately walks over to Otto.
And just to be clear, these are caricature large gloves. In no way ever would anyone ever design them this way. Just like on my hand, thumb, finger, just huge.
Congratulations, Bodhi. I'm pretty sure you broke the machine again, but good job.
well, we got this. We got these things here, and I gotta see them on your mitts. Here, put them on, and he's gonna hold them out so you can put your hands in them.
And you've actually never put one of these on before, Otto. You know what they are. You've seen plenty of the kids with them, and you know that.
Be honest.
You know that they, through magical means, enlarge your hand while it is inside of the glove. And so you're not that surprised, but it is still a strange feeling when you pop them on and now have these enormous hands.
Aren't they so cool?
As Otto is standing there going like this, just about 8 feet away, walking across the thoroughfare, there is a young human girl with her parents with the same gloves on, not even noticing Otto, just coincidentally also going.
You know, as long as I've worked here, I've never actually put these on before. I see all the kiddies run around with them and stuff. Why does it feel like my fingers are so long? High five. Yeah. It was for every...
Yeah!
Yeah.
As we walk away from the stall, I'd like to kind of lean over to Bodhi and go, as good as perfect memories are, sometimes it's fun to make new ones.
I'm learning that pretty slowly. And unfortunately, a very late stage in my life. But you're right. Thanks for being here, man.
And I'm going to walk up to Mr. Stone.
He is, as you go to walk up to him, he's actually temporarily put a sign up that says closed for repairs and is going around the beholder doing a very thorough inspection of it. And as you walk there, you hear, cracked it right there, damn it.
Hey,
Ah!
do you know where your... Oh, sorry to scare you like that. Do you know where your uncle is?
Last I knew he was retired happily in Waterdeep.
We're looking for a crossing to the Fey realm. I figured he might know.
Over my pay grade, if there is any such thing. Shite. Alright, it'll be fine for now. The Bash of Beholder is open, folks, and close it, or takes the sign away.
Have a good night, Mr. Stone. We'll see you later. Oh,
What
Sorry,
else
guys.
is around the Bash of Beholder?
As you all step away from this smaller booth of the carnival, you see about 50 feet away and walking your direction a 12-foot tall tree, which the two of you know this is Northwind. And the 12-foot tall tree is taking very lumbering, exaggerated, tilting steps with garlands and golden ribbons hanging from his boughs like a decorated weeping willow. He's marching down the thoroughfare, and fairgoers run around him, circling around him, trailing behind him, trying to catch these golden, spinning sycamore seeds that rain from emerald swirling clouds above the tree. And as the seeds fall, and fairgoers laugh in wonder, running to catch them before they disappear when they touch the ground, a chatty squirrel scampers along the boughs of the tree from branch to branch, handing dandelions to select passerbys.
Can I try to catch one of the spinning whirligigs just for fun?
Absolutely, and as you dash up to do so, you hear
She's not gonna run. It's just gonna be really casual. Like she just happens to be passing by and tries to snatch one.
Absolutely, and as you approach, you hear the tree. Everyone should catch a seed, man. It's a great night. Welcome to the carnival, everybody. And make me a dexterity check, Rot, to catch one of these falling seeds.
$15.
15. Come get your welcome gifts, everyone. And with a 15, as you catch the seed, as soon as it touches your hand, it transforms into a gold piece. And at that moment, as you're looking at the gold piece, the tree, large as he is, parts of his branches nearby, and the squirrel hanging from one of the branches, and this is for you, hands you a dandelion.
Thank you.
Make a wish, blow the seeds. Here, this is for you.
And each one of you gets handed a dandelion by Red, the squirrel, as Northwind walks by. Does anyone else try to catch any of the falling seeds?
Thanks, Red. I will. I'll try. Grop, toss me up.
Anyone who's trying, because they are just falling from these emerald clouds. Because you get a toss-up, I will give you advantage on this dexterity check. But anyone who is trying to catch a seed, please make me a DC 10 dexterity check.
Natural 1.
Oh, just like I think you were so distracted by the guy who sounds like it could be your best friend voice that it just goes right.
Have you ever
through your
learned
hand.
it, man?
Anyone else?
Ellen, 1, they turn into gold.
Ah,
Grom? Otto?
18.
18. Okay.
I'm not trying.
Okay.
14.
So, Otto and Melon. Otto, as you catch one of the seeds, you feel it just dissolves into you. And at first, you feel like maybe you got a little cheated. But then it just seems like one of the silliest and funniest things. And you find yourself so delighted and amused by all the things happening around you. And so until the next dawn, so until the rest of the carnival ends today, you just find yourself very easily amused and entertained.
Yeah, it already was.
No, that was for Otto.
Me.
Ah,
Now let's see if
Nice.
that's for you. Actually, both of you, because you both got the same
Nice.
roll on the D8. So it dissolves into both of you, and just all the little things that were cute before are now just so wonderful and delightful, and this whole place is great.
What'd you
I
get,
grab
Otto?
Melon's hand and look into it, and it's empty. And I go, ugh.
I'm gonna look at all of you. I'm having the best day off ever. This is just wonderful. I got to meet new friends. I get to go on an adventure. I get to get these really cool gloves. Like, look at them. Like, it's just great. Like, Rod got some money, and Melon's cool. Gromp, you're cool. Like, Mr. Northwind's cool. It's just great. Red, you're cool too. It's just great. And Bodhi, you're awesome, and you smell really nice. I don't know what it is, but you smell really,
It's
really
psychedelic
nice.
mushrooms and rot, mostly.
What are those?
Oh, second. No, rot. R-O-T, not like...
No, I know
Not,
that.
not like your name. It's pretty. No, this other one's a dicky kind of. That's how my mushrooms grow. They grow from dead shit. Isn't that sick? And then you get to eat them, and then you see stuff. Sometimes you do think you're dead, though. That
Can I have
part's
one?
weird.
You know what? I'm ready to go to the next booth. Right now. Right now.
Hey,
No.
Not now. Not now. No. We need a really zen time. This is more of an upper situation. So
Did I hear something from Melon?
yeah. Do I smell any spicy meats?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Hell yeah. Ooh,
You
that's
wanna
a
try
lot.
some?
That's a 23.
As you look around and you notice the food stalls, it looks like most of the fare here is of the sweeter variety, which does make sense being a carnival of the Fae. Carnivores, they like their sweets, the Fae. There is, however, something in the air. It does smell more savory. Doesn't smell like it's right here, but it is nearby.
I'm going to keep track of that smell. If we start going that way, I need it. I need it.
And I have a question at this point. All of you were handed dandelions, and the squirrel did encourage you to blow it and make a wish. Did anyone do so?
I can do it right now.
Oh, I hand mine to Rot because Rot needs more witches.
2.
So who all is doing it? Just the two of you? 3? 4.
Everyone who has one.
So, I have a homework assignment for the 4 of you. You have to write down somewhere so that I can remember it. But I would be very interested if you knew right now what that wish would be. Rob,
Joe, you get 2.
Rob,
Can we tell you, or
I
is
would
it a
love
secret?
to. I would love to know.
Okay.
You can tell me,
Who are you talking to?
Joe. You.
Oh!
What is your secret, or what is your wish? Excuse me.
I have 2. Because Melon had. And she blows them both at the same time. first one is I want to find who I'm looking for, and I want them to never be hungry.
Okay. Otto, what do you wish for?
To become a hero and help people, and just to make new friends and protect the world.
Quick pause.
Oh, something happened.
We lost a Lauren.
Oh, no.
So that's going to throw off our whole stream format. Hello.
Okay.
There we go.
By the looks of it, we're
Was
good.
it the cat?
I think.
Okay.
It happens.
Do we need to institute a no cat by the camera policy?
No, I
know,
know
but
that he's
cat.
here.
Friggin'
Hold on.
feral animals.
We demand to see the cat.
No,
we need the
no!
cat
He
shot.
literally just caused the
Be the
problem. What
cat.
is wrong with you?
Doesn't matter. Kitty!
Ah!
Oh no, and now
Look at it!
froze.
Look!
Oh.
Take away a luck point. Melon, you lose a luck
I'm fine with
point.
that. I'm fine with that.
As Mr. Light is wont to say, everything has its cost. So, that cost a luck point. God dang it.
Then, so I'm fine.
Alright. So,
Wait.
that was Otto's. Grump?
Yeah.
Kind of haphazardly blow mine. Everything doesn't even come off, and I kind of just rub the rest out on my leg. And I think to myself, maybe I'll get to perform at one of these booths one day.
And Bodhi.
I hope I can actually find her so I can ask her what comes next.
Find who?
Well,
if you're comfortable.
my
saying.
first and only best friend. Duh.
Alright.
Juniper.
You're
I need to
allowed
find
to have more
Juniper.
than one best friend.
And as
Huh?
four of you send these seeds off into the air, wafting and drifting amongst the fairy lights, some of which hang by strings and some which float independently on their own, a giant dragonfly swoops down overhead, and the rider, laughing, pours some, accidentally, beer that splashes onto a few of your shoulders and just is dashing or flying, buzzing by, laughing uproariously.
If that's not a sign that we need a drink, I don't know what is.
It could have
Yeah,
been
I can
worse.
show you.
It could have been crane poop, but hey, it's all right.
Crane poop? That was a dragonfly. Where's the beer stand?
There is
That way.
actually a drink stand nearby. What you see advertised is called Evening Berry Wine. It is a drink that, as you see it poured, gets served into a fist-sized snail shell. And as it is ladled in, it has this glow from inside the liquid itself that illuminates the snail shell once it's inside, showing all of the striations and spirals. One of these
You're gonna
costs
love
one
that.
ticket punch.
I will get in line and get one.
The kobold working behind the booth grabs a ladle, being kobold-sized. It feels like this is a slightly practical joke on the part of the carnival, in that the ladle that this particular kobold is using seems ridiculously small even for a kobold. And it takes about 12 pours of this ladle to fill the snail shell for you, and then hands it to you.
I was going to say, I'm right behind Rot.
Alright, one ticket punch for each one of you.
Yeah.
Is it sweet?
As you take a sip, it is quite sweet. You also get the distinct impression, in that limited amount of time that you tasted it, that it is non-alcoholic.
Pretty good, right?
One cup, please.
One ticket punch.
I'm going to hand mine to Otto before he can hand over his ticket.
Oh well,
There
thank
you
you,
go.
Rot.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like it?
Goodness of my heart.
And as you were walking over, the kobold who was working sees you.
Oh, hey, Otto, you have the night off?
Muted.
Otto's mic is muted.
It's all right.
He practices mime momentarily.
I do. Gromp taught me.
Now
So
you got really good at it. Now, that was amazing. I thought someone just, turned the sound off on you. Incredible.
it's magic.
You're gonna be a star someday.
Thanks, bud. So yeah, it's weird having the night off. But I'm thankful for it. Thank you, Rot. I was gonna get one,
Oh,
but
well,
my buddy Rot.
If you need a refill, you know you can always come back here.
I only spit
Thanks,
a little
Carl.
bit back into it.
What?
I'll walk up last.
Nothing.
You'll walk up as well?
I'll walk up last. Hey, Carl. You heard of any Fey crossing here? We're just trying to gather some information. I know you've been working here for a while.
Well, I've been working here for a while, but, what that's taught me is it's best to keep my head down and just do my job,
Yeah,
Which in
that's
my
kind of what I figured.
They don't really like people getting their, getting their business.
Okay, thanks for that delightful conversation,
yeah, no
Carl.
problem, no problem, mate.
So, those of you who wish wine have achieved it, albeit non-alcoholic.
Oh, I chugged that shit. It's gone.
There was only a little bit of backwash in the one that I handed to Otto.
It's all right. It all tastes great anyway. You don't taste too bad.
No, it tastes terrible.
Also, remind you that I have these big ass gloves on. It's just
Giant clubs into snail shell. What a sight. If only we'd invented cameras in Fantasyland. And yes.
Fuck's the camera.
Exactly. DM man, Buff DM, what booths do we see around us having had our terrible, terrible non-alcoholic grape juice and our Whack the Beholder?
Well, the ones that are currently closest to you would be the Hall of Illusions and Snail Racing. Now, that said, there are a lot of other places within a minute or two walk.
This is the first time I've had fun in my entire life. I'm gonna have all the fun I can get.
Now,
kind of sad.
She looks down at Otto and she goes, "Oh, last week I was almost eaten alive by rats."
You're really big that have eaten by a rat. The rats are tiny.
Do you understand how many rats there were?
You didn't say that. You just said you got almost ate by a rat. You
Hall of Illusions, ho!
So Rot walks off towards the Hall of Illusions and Grump.
Now, yeah, Hall of Illusions is a good start. If you really want to have a good time, we can go to the booth that I work at. But maybe we should do this first.
Which booth do you work at?
Oh, you mean stare at a Cyclops? It's a staring competition, but it is pretty fun. And if you go, I'll even play the music, even though I'm off tonight.
Now, do I get a bonus because I don't have eyelids?
I think you'll perform very well.
Auto win, no eyelids.
I think you got an innate advantage.
Hey, Ethan?
Yes.
If Rot is going to the Hall of Illusions, can I quickly run over where I smelt that savory smell, get to, and meet them at the exit?
Absolutely. That will
Hell
be,
yeah.
if it's 2, that is 2 ticket punches.
Oh yeah, I'm halfway done with my tickets
So
already.
the savory dish that you smelled was not actually meat. It is a savory mushroom kebab that has been seasoned and cooked in such a way that it's a good facsimile.
I just really love you picked the one food Morgan himself will not eat.
I'm not a mushroom fan myself.
You want to complain to management, you feel free, my man.
That's
I would
me,
rather
not
you not.
Melon.
I would rather you not do that. Please don't.
So it only takes you...
But if we complain to management, we might talk to the owners faster.
It only takes
Hey!
you about 2 minutes to get there and back with your snack and 2 ticket punches later. As you all approach the Hall of Illusions, there is the main entrance, and there's also a glass cabinet that stands near the entrance. And it looks like inside the cabinet there is a doll or a mannequin of some sort. You can't quite tell the details from right here, but if you go look at it, you'll be able to see more about it.
I think you guys will have a good time in here.
I think I'm not going to go anywhere near that fucking thing.
It'll be fun. Come on.
I've actually never gone in myself. I'm kind of excited.
Oh shit, yeah, man.
This is a large tent.
Otto,
it
whose
is-
hand are you reaching for?
Yours,
Oh.
because you said you didn't want to come.
I said I didn't want to go near the mannequin.
It's all right. We're all together.
Gently,
And
like, grip my
friendship.
hand in his.
Big love hand. All right, let's go.
just leading behind. One of the few times, Rot, that you have felt quite tall. But the
I can
large
get used to
tent
this.
that you approach is painted with a mural of shifting images that show grinning fairies diving into pools of limpid color. The helical stripes of the tent's pointed canopies rotate in slow spirals. And the whole display seems, as you look at it, made to confuse your mind, to disorient you. And there is, standing by the tent's entrance, is a clown wearing muted garb and muted makeup. Not pure black and pure white. That's an intentional monochrome. But the way his makeup is done in a variety of shades of gray makes him look desaturated. And as you all get, within about 15 feet, he turns and stands simply blinking at you.
I don't have the ability to blink back.
Oh, ticket.
And he starts grabbing your ticket, and with a little bit of hyper drama goes to punch it. And as he does this, and starts to make his way through the tickets of the individuals who want to go in, a halfling couple holding hands approaches the glass cabinet with the mannequin. One of the halflings has his face painted as a butterfly, the other has it painted in the profile of a silver dragon. The halfling, with the silver dragon upon his face, drops to one knee and pulls from his pocket a small box. The part of his face that isn't painted as a silver dragon flushes red with nerves and excitement as he opens it, beads of anxious sweat making the silver paint run ever so slightly. And as he snaps it open, the box open, the other halfling drops to the other halfling, he bursts into laughter. Choking guffaws and falls to the ground, doubled over with laughter, clutching his side. The halfling down on one knee breaks into tears, snaps the box shut, thrusts it into his pocket, and bolts into the Hall of Illusions without getting his ticket punched. The silver dragon on his face just melting away with the tears. The clown working at the front sees and just turns back and goes to take the next ticket to punch it.
Love isn't for everyone. I'm gonna hand over my ticket.
The two of you, Otto and Grump, you know this clown. This clown is Candlefoot, is his name. And he can speak, or you've heard him speak, sometimes at great length, whether you wanted him to or not. But he is currently, seems to be playing the part of a mime.
Are there any kind of small, like, fairies in the design of this thing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
As he stamps Rot's card, as she takes it back, she kind of curls her claws in such a way that she casts Minor Illusion. And makes the painted fairies, like, dance off the wall, dance across their card, and then jump back into the wall. Just for fun.
And goes to gestures for the next person's ticket.
Everyone in?
I think everybody but Melon.
Well, Melon, you would have gotten there in the course of this time. It only took you 2 minutes. So if you wish to go into the Hall of Illusions, you're certainly there. If you want to hang out outside, you also can do that.
Come on, big boy. It'll be fun.
I mean, first and foremost, I'm handing this savory stick to Rot. Smelled meaty. We going in?
Thanks,
Okay.
Candlefoot. Let
You cut out.
I'm just handing my hand up to Rod because I know she's not gonna eat it.
Oh,
How do you know I'm not going to eat it?
You passed off food. You've already passed the drink off to me.
That's because it was sweet.
Are you gonna eat it?
Might.
Okay. I run
Would you
off.
expect all of my food?
Well, hey, I just asked.
let's go find that poor soul that got totally dicked over.
It was so sad.
I feel so bad for him, man.
But also,
That
we wanted
hurts.
to laugh at the same time.
It's not nice.
Idiot. It's the worst time and place in front of... Anyway, let's go.
So, as you all head into the Hall of Illusions, does anyone stop and look at the mannequin?
Yes.
Cool. First thing, as you approach, it is a wooden mannequin of a grinning, raven-haired young woman in witch's attire. A flowing green cape hovering in place inside the cabinet. And as you approach to read the sign, could you please make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
I can't read.
15.
15? Cool. So you approach the...
Natural 20.
Nice. Oh, very nice. As the two of you approach, at the top of the cabinet, there is a sign that reads, Tasha the Wizard, known for her hideous laughter. As the two of you read this, could both of you, or actually, yeah, both of you, make me either a history or an arcana check?
Arcana.
Kind of figured.
I have the same bonus for both.
Oh, no.
22.
Very nice.
16.
Perfect. Both of you. Tasha, you know, is one of the many pseudonyms used by a legendary archmage, Igwilv, the Witch Queen.
Lovely.
You know, I don't know a lot about magic, but I have heard stories of Tasha. It's kind of cool. Magic's really fun.
Magic is
Wish I
really
could learn it.
fun. What do you think she could teach us?
Well, I don't know magic. I just
know
got my
lots of
hand.
magic. Can I
You
step
do,
up?
man.
Can I like step up to the mannequin and give it like a little smooch on the cheek?
Well, it's in a glass case, but you can smooch on the glass.
I'll smooch the glass like I'm going to smooch her.
Absolutely, and your little beak of a mouth, just...
Little fang prints in it. I do enjoy a woman who knows about power. Or anyone who knows about power.
As you all head inside the Hall of Illusions, this large tent, tall mirrors line the interior. The mirrors near where you enter are all facing you, and as you look into the mirrors, you see yourself and your compatriots as children. So, Bodhi, we're going to come to you last, because we've heard a little bit about what baby Bodhi looked like. Rot, we see a child's version, a true-to-form version of you, of when you were a child. What do we see?
True to form.
As in, accurate as to what you looked like when you were a child.
In the background,
Your
very
face.
far back.
Your face.
There's a small red dragon with bright yellow eyes. See the head kind of darting around, seeming to observe everything with this wild curiosity, like this hunger for knowledge. It kind of just snaps ferally, but doesn't seem to consume anything.
Melon. Muted.
Ellen is muted.
Melon, you see the face. It's small, cute, almost cuddly. Ew. Buried deep in something, Chowing Town. Yum, yum, yum.
Otto.
A bug-eyed rabbit with 2 missing front teeth, with a smile on his face, but in his eyes, he seems quiet and feels overlooked. His ears are not as perky as they are now, and you see a little bit of a little mohawk that he has now, but it's growing, and a little rat tail in the back.
Gromp, what about you? What childlike version of Gromp do we see?
You see a small, cute-faced bugbear, big chubby cheeks. He's wearing a little bow tie and a pretty dapper vest, dressed up for a choir performance. And you see a lot of excitement in his eyes.
And Bodhi.
You see a relatively short, scrawny, Franklin-looking turtle. He's got raggedy brown pants. He's covered in dirt up to his knees. And he's holding himself very close to his shell, as if afraid of what he sees.
And as you all walk, first of all, 1 luck point to each one of you for that. As you all proceed further into the Hall of Illusions, the mirrors continue to reflect you all as you age and grow. Were you all, while you were in here, what were you doing? Were you just looking around, or were you doing anything in particular?
Eating this mushroom skewer.
Looking around and possibly finding the person who is crying, most likely, and I could probably hear him.
So who is trying to find the halfling? The two of you, could you make me perception checks?
$14.
15 plus 5, 20.
The two of you spend a minute looking around, and you separate from your friends just a little bit. You don't get too far ahead, but as the other three of them are more focused on looking at the mirrors or eating.
This one makes me fat.
Actually, that's going to be a very good point. In just a second. But the two of you break ahead a little bit, and after about 45 or 60 seconds, you come around a corner, all of the walls still of mirrors, still showing yourselves, but you're not paying that much attention to that right now. Because what you see ahead of you is the halfling with the smeared silver down his cheeks, staring worriedly into one of the mirrors. And he's clutching, or he has his hand almost subconsciously still over the place in his pocket where the ring rests. And because of the angle that you come at him, you can see into the mirror slightly. And what you see is a girl. Looks teenage, in a maybe 11, wearing a half pig mask. And she is whispering in the mirror to what looks like a childhood version of this halfling. And as the two of you come around the corner, she looks up from in the mirror and darts out of sight, leaving simply the reflection of the childhood version of the halfling and the halfling himself, who shakes his head ever so slightly and looks around confusedly.
What was that you just saw?
The three of you, Bodhi, Rot, and Melon, come around the corner as Otto and Gromp approach the halfling. And Gromp, you ask, what was that you just saw? And he kind of shakes his head and goes,
The girl, she asked if I had any regrets. And she said if I did, that she knew someone who could help. All I had to do was follow her. I almost did too. I guess if you all hadn't come around her, I would have. A promise of taking away all your regrets, that's hard to pass up. But just one of the carnival's illusions, I suppose. I got too wrapped up. I was not in a good place, so...
I
Otto,
get that.
Have you seen that before?
What'd you see?
There was a young girl, a human, maybe. Her skin was gray, and she had this mask on, a boar, maybe. Creepy.
I think if anyone ever asks if they can take away something like that, you should ask what the cost is, because nothing is ever free, even at a carnival.
Quite right. Quite right. Right you are.
Otto, had you seen it?
I saw it just then, but I've never seen it here at the carnival. And I'm gonna look Bodhi straight in the eye. Have you seen it before?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Scary as shit. I was really little, standing on a hill, and then she just was like, "Yeah," like that. I mean, she didn't really say anything, but she's scary, and then she left. She's
I
very not okay.
feel like you all know each other, and I'm just standing here awkwardly.
Oh.
Um,
What was your name, by the way?
Ruben.
Nice to meet you, Ruben. I'm Otto.
Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about her or him was it a girl or a guy?
Him.
Don't worry about him because he's not worth it. And you seem like a kind person.
I don't understand. Otho's not that type. He's thoughtful and sweet. Honestly, I've never heard him laugh that hard before.
Might it have been the location rather than the approach?
I mean, we met at the carnival 16 years ago. I thought it was... I don't know. I'm a fool.
Ruben, I have a question.
Hmm.
Did he look at the mannequin before you proposed?
Well, we were right by the mannequin. Yes, that's because that's where we first held hands. Was there outside of the hall. I thought it was sweet, though.
So take back what I said and go find him and ask again outside of here.
But make it romantic.
Romantic. Never really been my strong point. Any tips or something?
Gonna look at Groff.
Try taking this maybe, and I pull what's left of the flower that I blew. I think this will probably do you well.
Yeah, it's got like 30% of the seeds still on there, so it's a mostly bald dandelion.
Sure. Thank you.
And you're welcome.
Do it as the sun goes down.
Oh, after the coronation, yes, when everything is closing. That perfect. Why didn't I think? Thank you.
What's a coronation?
Oh, end of. Is this your first time coming to the carnival? Oh, you all are in for such a treat. Enjoy yourselves. I wish I could go back to my first time coming to the carnival. Anyway, end of each evening, they name a Witchlight monarch, the person who's, been the most spirited, joyful, been the most into it. They do it in the big tent at the very end of the night, so after that, when everyone's gathered, that would be a perfect time to ask him. That's such a good idea. Thank you.
Do they get a prize?
Thank you.
Do they get money?
The title will be mine.
Oh, if you get to be the Witchlight monarch, that is an incredible honor. But enjoy the carnival, each of you. Thank you.
Try again. Be romantic.
Be romantic. I can be romantic. Thank you.
And bumps into
Give him one
a
of
mirror.
these, man.
Little confident, maybe calm the nerves a little beforehand. Not a bad idea. Thank
Find
you.
your one.
Again, wonderful. Thank you.
And heads out, bumping into a mirror.
Oh, dash it all.
Rot.
What?
I need to be this king of the carnival. Because when you're royalty, you get
Monarch,
to eat the
not
rich.
king.
Monarch, royalty.
You don't get to eat the rich because you're the monarch.
But I thought you did. Royalty eat the rich.
Until the peasants rise up and eat you.
But I eat what? Oh. But they've marbled themselves.
I turned to
well.
look at Otto and Grump. So, is there a prize for Monarch of the Carnival?
Honestly, they do it every fucking night. It's not that big of a deal. At least.
Did you say this in front of this guy?
No, he's
Sounds so
gone,
fun,
luckily.
No. You get a little crown at least. Is it made of gold?
I don't know
You
if
do
it's
get a
real
crown.
gold, but they do give you a crown.
You do absolutely get a crown.
You
The
love money,
Wonders.
don't you?
do the owners give you the crown?
Sometimes, if they're not being jackasses,
Mr. Light is the MC of the coronation, and he
DJ
does place the crown upon the monarch's head.
So if
You do
we...
also know, I will say, the two of you who have worked here know what happens when someone is selected as Witchlight Monarch. They get a crown, first of all. Second of all, as the crown is put on their head, each of them sprouts a pair of beautiful butterfly wings. They are not permanent, but they are functional. And everyone who interacts with the Witchlight Monarch seems to just really like that person. They get a bonus on their charisma.
So, like, what happens is they get this really cool crown when you put it on your head, and then you kind of sprout butterfly wings, like the ones that look like this. And I'm going to turn around and shake. And then you can, like, they're functional, but then everyone around you really, really likes you. It's like in school.
Do the owners really, really like you?
definitely more than they did before, probably.
So if we, hypothetically, if we won having the most fun at the carnival, had a crown put on our heads, and then said to the owners, please give us the entrance to the Fey realm.
And we get wings, and we freaking get people to like us, dude. That's the shit. You don't ever have to mind what you say. People are gonna be like, "Oh, that turtle is so weird." No, they're gonna be like, "That's a nice man," and gonna go talk or leave or whatever.
Well,
so good.
It sounds like we have to have the most fun at the carnival.
I'm having a great time right now.
Then we got to get out of here. I suggest, if you want to make the biggest scene, that we hop on one of those dragonflies and really show everyone that we're having a good time.
I could follow that lead.
Or the swans.
I think that I could have a ridiculous amount of fun about anything I did if there's a prize involved. Although I may need some more tickets.
We have two extra. Two.
We should probably get out of here.
Two.
Kind of creepy in here. Not a huge fan.
Look how wavy I am as I look at a mirror.
As you all make your way towards the exit of the Hall of Illusions, the mirrors have continued to progress in time, past the present, and into the future. So as you all leave, just as you described what you looked like many years ago, I would love to know what you look like many years from now. Old and in little past your prime. So we'll go in the reverse order. Bodhi.
A much older Bodhi would probably not look as strong. He would be his shell would be slightly hunched. The mushrooms and everything on his back would be great, but around the lip of his shell, you would see herbs drying, garlics, mushrooms. On his belt, he's got jars and vials with dried herbs, and he leans very heavily with both arms on a huge trident. Not unfamiliar. It's with him now. But it is, you can't even see that there are tines on the end of it. It's overgrown with mosses and hanging herbs. He's living his best life. And he's got a slow coiling billow of smoke coming from between his lips.
Crump. What about you?
I've got great peach fuzz.
Gromp looks in and sees, and his reflection is just staring right back at him. Looks very similar. Lots of gray all over his face, all the fur. And Gromp kind of wipes a tear away from his eye as his reflection does the same. And just has a very quiet moment staring at himself. And then quickly leaves.
Otto. What does old man Otto look like?
You see a city on fire, bodies laying out in the street with multiple arrows stuck in them. People just fire everywhere. And on top of a rooftop, all you see is someone posted up like in an archer position with a cloak with a lot of eyes on it, constantly moving around. A beard with 2 glowing antlers inside the cloak. When it falls back, you see Otto just popping people. Bad people. They're bad guys. They're bad guys. Just
It says that
taking
over
out
their head
people.
in the reflection. It says bad guy. Just so
Bad
everyone's
guys.
confused.
Just popping, like just using arrows, knocking them out, just taking them out. His left eye is not there, but it is a swirling magical iris that's kind of just darting back and forth, and that's really all you see with that.
Melon.
Melon would actually go last. Melon doesn't go before Rot. I'm sorry, I have to.
I insist.
Oh,
I
fuck,
stay
okay.
out of this.
There's nothing there. It's fogged, it's clouded, it's uncertainty.
Right.
In the background of all of it, wait, can we see each other's?
Mm-hmm.
In the very, very back, an eye opens, and the eye is as big as the city. And then slowly closes to blackness.
You all took that in some very different directions. I like it. You exit and return after those sights to the laughter and music and pastries and running, squealing children, dragonflies and bubbles and lights overhead.
Hey Otto, I hope you don't mind me asking. The fuck was that?
The fuck?
I don't know, and I'm just gonna keep walking.
Cool. Dragonflies or swans, everyone?
You said dragonflies.
True.
Would you like mine?
You haven't tried yours yet.
I'm gonna eat one of the mushrooms off the skewers. Then I'll hand the rest to him.
I couldn't help but notice you really fucked over my boy Otto over there after he was asking, and it's fine, but yeah, because I just noticed that he was asking for some, and then you said no, and then
He assumed I was
Let's go to the
going eat
dragonflies.
it.
The defensiveness. Of
Maybe I
them for
wanted
each
to,
other.
and then
I
he
love
wanted
it.
my food. You can't just expect someone to give you something before they've had a chance to look at them themselves.
At this
Fair
point, I imagine Rot almost finishing the tirade, talking to herself. You all have to cross a little bit
Stamping her feet.
of the carnival to get to the dragonflies. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You pass by the big top where you can see that there are glowing lights inside. You pass by the front desk, or the front gate once again. A carousel to your left with unicorns and what looks like a centaur operating it. And as you make your way this direction, first of all, 3 more luck points to each one of you for those descriptions.
Hey, Ethan, quickly. Is there any more food on a stick as we pass by? I need more food on a stick.
There absolutely is more food
Yes!
as you pass by. You, in fact, pass by 3 more food stalls on the way.
I'll hit 2 of them.
The first sells a blue frosted cupcake. The second sells what are called pixie tarts. It's little powdered candy in little cups. And the third booth that you passed is selling something called a Euphorio cookie.
1 and 3, I need those. I need them in me
Which
now.
one? Which one?
I'll take a cupcake.
Cupcake.
Not the cupcake, the other 2.
Okay. The Euphorio cookie is a saucer-sized cookie dusted with particles of fairy dragon euphoria gas. And as you take a bite of it, the colors of the static lights begin to circle around each other, and everything goes just ever so slightly kaleidoscopic.
I need that. I need that.
1 punch
But-
per item.
Bodhi wants that too.
Bodhi, you take it, and it feels like, that mushroom that grows, like, right there. If you took just the tiniest little bit of its cap and ate it, slightly like that.
Okay, as he goes to do that, he reaches up, shaves just a tiny bit of that cap off, puts it on the cookie. Perfect.
What does that do?
You want to know? No,
Yes,
not right now.
Yes,
Not
but
right
no.
now. It makes you.
Yes,
It makes.
but no.
Okay, so later, yes. Now, no. Explanation now, yes.
I would like to try.
So, what?
Like to
Not
try
right now.
some.
Not right now. Not right now, man. First time's got to be very controlled environment. I'm a seasoned veteran here, so I've pre-hydrated and everything. So really ready to rock this shell off. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, well, my mushrooms. Ever since I came back from the Feywilds, I get these mushrooms that have these different properties when you eat them and how you consume them. It's so crazy, man. Like this blue one over here will make you completely comatose.
You've been to
What?
the Feywild.
Huh?
You've been to the Feywild.
Oh, yeah. You don't hear more about the mushroom? You want the Feywild.
No,
Okay, cool. No,
Feywild.
that's fine.
Feywild.
I'm a horticulturist. I really love talking about
I
this shit.
understand, but let's take this in context.
Yes. Okay, anyway. But it makes it extra tasty for me. But yeah, I went to the
Sure.
Feywild once. I went to the Feywild once and
Just once.
I felt like I was there for a really long time though, like decades. And when I came out, I had fully grown these on my back to, help me along the way. And now they have these different properties, not like in the beginning.
So what do you know about the Feywild? Forget your mushrooms. What do you know about the Feywild?
Trippy shit, my dudes. Like, just really trippy shit. Like, the trees talk to you, and you gotta watch where you step, because some of the blades of grass are, like real pressure levers, but the other guys are like, don't fucking touch me. And then they get really spicy about it. So, and then, like, the beasts that are there, that's really rude to say. Don't say that to their faces, because they might bite you back. You know what I'm saying? Like, clapping. And so, it's wild. When they say Fey, wild, bro. It's wild.
So everything in the Feywild is a little like you?
Yeah. Sure.
That shouldn't be hard.
I'm gonna telepathically to Melon, without opening my mouth, just kind of rubbing her temples. I go, I'm starting to think this might not be a two-person operation.
Oh,
Oh, is that all you have to say?
and that was out loud.
Listen, we're used to working in a party of 3. Bodhi seems to know a little, but I'm not sure how useful he is. Let's be honest. He seems to be 2 pieces of board loose of a 3-board palette.
You see, Melanie was like, "Oh, mind stuff. Okay, that thing. Okay, yeah, yeah." He seems fun.
I'm gonna immediately stop talking to Melon telepathically as soon as he starts going, I'm speaking to someone telepathically.
And I do just want to point out that telepathic communication, how was that through message?
No, it's not. I can just do it.
Oh, you just have telepathy? Wonderful.
I have telepathic speech, and I can do it whenever I want.
Fantastic. But still, even over the course of this time, the 2 of them were just silent. And Otto just...
It was just Rot rubbing her temples and going,
Everything okay over there, dragon?
pardon?
Her name's Rot.
Sorry, Rot. Is everything okay?
What are your thoughts about life itself?
Do you want the real answer or just the...
I saw your real answer in the mirror, and apparently it's murdering everyone, so forgive me if I take it with a grain of salt.
Hey, that was new to me too.
Fair
Life
point.
is time, and time is running out. So tune out all the doubt and all the voices.
Except mine, right?
Life is about making friends and living the best that you can, and living and giving a bit of joy, leaving the world a better place than you left it.
And I just want to point out, with that comment from Melon, we are in session 2, and we might have already heard like his deepest thought that he's going to have. just let it go, man.
Time's running out. We're all going to die. Apparently Otto wants to murder everyone and have a cloak of ice. Let's go ride the dragonfly ride.
Without the voices and the doubt, just do what you want to do.
I will kind of push.
Or do what I tell you to. Dragonfly ride.
That dragonfly on it, yeah.
I'll put my arms around Otto, Rot, and Melon, and kind of. Sorry, you can take yourself.
You
Get
all
your hairy arms off me.
You all approach the dragonfly ride area. And what you see are huge lily pads that rest on the surface of a pool of glistening water with phosphorescent algae. Giant dragonflies use the lily pads as landing platforms, buzzing loudly while the current riders disembark and new riders climb on from the opposite sides. Their wings are as brilliant as the most finely made stained glass windows. And they only land just long enough for the next rider and then take off to circle the figure 8 of the fairground. And near the entrance, a relatively small, 12-foot tall, smiling tree turns your way. Oh, hey, come on over for the ride, man. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Dang.
Yeah.
Great
more.
session, you guys. Oh, me too. I can never get enough of playing with you guys. That was so good, you guys.
That was a good one.
Fun.
That was fun.
And a little wild.
As it should
We're a
be.
bunch of animals.
We're helping children and people who had their proposals rejected and then seeing future horrors.
It's an interesting place. It's not just... Something's got a little off here, you know?
I just love that everybody's like, well, we saw that. Dragonfly ride?
Yeah.
Ah,
Escapism. It's healthy, man.
I mean,
It
some of
is.
you went.
Bodie, you look
went a
great.
Some of you went a super
didn't
dark
see
direction
shit.
with it, and that was unexpected. I love it. That's what I love about this game. Get to see the cool directions you all take it. So, before we raid someone, the final announcements of the session. There are a bunch of games going on on Misty Mountain Streaming this week. Please check the current schedule to make sure that you get them all, because I didn't get updated announcements. That's all I know. So check the schedule. That's my default. We will be coming back for session 3 in 1 week. Actually, before we go, what was everyone's favorite part of the session? I'm always interested.
Who do you want to start with?
Whoever wants
Hall
to
of
start.
Mirrors.
I'm not in charge anymore.
Hall of Mirrors.
Yeah, that was a cool space.
Bodhi's Whack-A holder, of course.
Oh, so good.
I
So
really
good.
liked the talk that we had with Deerla. Just the whole interaction with her.
That went really cool. Yeah.
I liked convincing a child he had an inner dragon that he had to keep his hands in his pockets 100% of the time.
I have an inner dragon.
I think that was my favorite part.
What do you do first? Put your hands in your pockets.
Put your
Ethan,
hands
what
in your
about
pockets.
you?
Every
Put your
time.
hands in
See,
your
for
pockets.
every time.
Ethan, what about you?
Mhm.
Oh,
Or let's do like 3 in no specific order, if you want to do 3 most.
I think the part that at least
who's
made
your
me
favorite
laugh
NPC?
the most, and I thought was such a great, like, silly but so in character, when Otto jumped to Gromp's defense like that and just got all sassy about it. He is great. He is amazing. That was just so beautifully in character. I loved it. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this week. Thank you to Sally Quinn for rating. Thank you to Smallville and Drac, excuse me. How you been, buddy? It's been a while. Thank you, Average Calamities. How's it going, my dude? All you people who stopped in, it means the world to us all. So we will be back in 1 week, Saturday, to do some more rides and get some more information at the Witchlight Carnival. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my hearts. Don't forget to hydrate and do something good for yourself today. Love you all. See you next time.
Bye.
I